Hi loves, it's Elle and welcome back to my channel, and thank you so much for being here and happy Foundation Friday. Today we're talking about foundation that I actually only saw online, but it keeps popping up in my Instagram feed, and so I decided to buy it and see because the ads for it look kind of amazing. So the name is called Elle MAKIAGE. If you want to know more about that, hit the subscribe button, share this video with somebody you think might like it, and let's do it. Alright, so I just got out of the shower, so my hair's a little wet, but I have worn this foundation several times, and it's kind of an interesting foundation, so I can't wait to share it with you. Also, I have to share with you about a customer service situation with this foundation. So what we're talking about today is this. Look how pretty. I love the name, like how they've printed the name on it, but I believe I'm saying it right. It is called Elle MAKIAGE. That's what the brand is. And the foundation, I have it all right here. It's called Woke Up Like This. And I am in color 45. And what they say about this is basically they say it's a flawless base. They have a really nice shade range, really fantastic diversified like undertone range in here. So it's not all pink, it's not all yellow, it's not all neutral. It's really a beautiful range. That's one of the things I really noticed kind of when I first started to look at this. This is a very socially fueled line, if that makes sense. So a lot of influencers, you know, promote this line. I obviously bought it myself. So it was interesting to see it. If you guys have ever Googled one of their ads, it's like this girl who has, you can see she has texture on the skin. They apply it with their brush, the foundation, and you go and she just buffs it over the skin and it looks seamless, and I was drawn in by that. So this foundation is $44 and it's free shipping on over $50, so that's nice. It does come in 50 shades. Well done, well done. It's lightweight texture, buildable medium to high coverage, natural matte finish. I disagree a little bit with that. Optical corrective powders enriched with vitamin E for anti-aging benefits, hyaluronic acid, and then it's also 100% cruelty-free. Fantastic. Long-lasting wear paired with a primer or setting spray. Okay, so I definitely want to talk about a few things in this. So for me, this is more of a skin-like finish. Yes, it leans a little bit more matte, but not really. It really looks like a beautiful skin-like finish, erring on the side of not glowy, I guess, if that makes sense. I also did get a great 6 hours of wear with this. I don't traditionally wear primer or use an alcohol-based setting spray. So I want to tell you what it really looks like and how it wears if you don't do those things, okay? But I love how upfront they are with you that says it will last longer if you use a primer or if you use a setting spray. So just keep that in mind. All right, when you look at the ingredients, it is a dimethicone-based foundation. There are quite a few different dimethicones in here. And so if that's a problem for you, just know that that's in here. There is fragrance in it. I don't know if it's synthetic or not, but just calling those out because I know those are a little bit of concerns for some people. So here we go. Now I have applied this with a sponge, my hands, and a brush. It goes on beautifully with all of them. It really does. If I was to wear it personally, like when I have worn it, again, after I've already tested it out, I do love a sponge technique, but they really recommend using it with a brush. So I want to show you what it looks like a brush because it's gorgeous. All right, so here we go. You do not need very much of this foundation. You absolutely can customize this foundation to your coverage liking, as well as this foundation does mimic your skincare underneath. So I have a very hydrating skincare routine on like I normally do, and so it will be a little bit more hydrating because of that. So here is the foundation. Here is my brush. I didn't get their brush. I'm using the Sigma F80 Kabuki brush. All right, so let's start applying it. And literally the girl goes like this, and it just buffs into the skin. And then what I do when I apply it with a brush, because this happens all the time, I'm just looking in my mirror over here, but look at that real quick. It's gorgeous. And then I just take my Beauty Blender and I just tap it in, okay? So let me scooch you in so you can really get the full feel of it. Okay, so my forehead's a little cut off, but I want you to see the skin, how pretty it looks. For me, I enjoy wearing this foundation, honestly, about this coverage level. You can absolutely build it up. And by the way, it has no scent to my nose. Like it doesn't have an overly perfumey smell to the foundation, just so you know. And but I like to wear it at about this coverage level. Again, you can build this up, but for my liking and for me being 40, I do not like to build it up too much more. Okay, it looks great on the nose, and you just need a little tapping in with the Beauty Blender. I mean, but look, you guys. And again, as always, we will go into natural light, but do you see what I mean? It just looks like skin. It's not overly matte, but just to kind of reiterate, it will mimic your skincare. And a little bit does go a long way. This is gonna do my whole face. And using a brush is just beautiful. Again, you can use the sponge, but the brush is gorgeous as well. Buffing motions, tap this in, and there we go. Look at that, okay? So what I wanna do is, I know how I normally would apply a foundation. I will take my brush a little bit more and just make sure I fine tune the areas of concern for me. And I wanna show you that you do build it up, what it looks like. Oh, my brush is shedding. And you can absolutely, oh, I forgot to mention this. I have used this with a dry Beauty Blender as well, and it works equally as well as with a brush. So if you just want to use a dry Beauty Blender, go for it. Look at that. See, it doesn't look cakey. Again, you'd still see a little bit of discoloration, but nothing crazy. You know, that doesn't bother me, but it looks like skin. Nose looks fantastic. It feels very lightweight on the skin. I love that it has some skincare ingredients in it, hyaluronic acid, vitamin E, that's fantastic. All right, so I'm going to apply the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back, and I will let you know if I set this foundation or not. All right, so everything is on. I just wanted to show you, we're gonna go natural light in just 1 second, but I just wanted to show you everything on. Today I did end up setting this foundation, but I set it with the Hourglass Mineral Veil Loose Powder. And for me today, I just needed to set it. I have actually not set this in the past. And I think it's probably just because the weather was different, a little less humidity, you know, that kind of a thing. So you don't have to set this foundation, but I just set it really, really lightly with this one. But look how beautiful it is. I really love wearing this foundation. I think it's really pretty. I like supporting a brand that really, honestly, I'd never heard of. So let's go to natural light so you can see what it looks like. All right, loves, so here we are in natural light. I'll go up real close so you can see. Yeah, it's pretty. So you definitely can build this up to about a high medium coverage. I think this foundation would be great for most skin types because of its ability to really kind of adjust itself to whatever skincare you have underneath it. There are many foundations that don't do that. There are many that do, and this is definitely one of them. Like I said, I would not, consider this to be a matte finish. I would consider this to be adjustable. That's how I would classify it. I do want to tell you that I ordered the wrong color in the very beginning. They have a whole test online to help you pick the color. I was, stupid and I didn't take the test. Take the test, they'll help you out with that. But I emailed customer service and I said, hey, I just want to exchange this for a different color. They asked me a few questions. They picked out the perfect color for me and they shipped it to me for free and they let me keep the other one, and I'm going to keep that in my kit because this is going to be a really great foundation for some sort of editorial or press day. But I just wanted to commend them on such amazing customer service. So I'll see you guys in a few hours. Hi loves. Okay, so this is gonna be a little out of order because I recorded my check-in at 4 hours and my phone did not record. So I wore the exact same way I prepped the skin. I have the foundation on for exactly 4 hours and I have almost the exact same makeup on, the same lipstick. So I just wanted to show you what the skin looks like at 4 hours. You can see how good it looks. I mean, honestly, this foundation is so enjoyable to wear. It is really lightweight and it feels great on the skin. I think it looks like skin. It's getting a little bit more glowy. Let me see if I can show you. I don't think you can see the difference. See how it's getting just a little bit more glowy here throughout the day, but I love that. So this is my 4-hour check-in. I'm sorry about that, you guys, but this is very typical of where it looks like at 4 hours. Again, my nose is kind of coming off a little bit because I constantly touch it since I'm getting over that cold. But yeah, so here's what the skin looks like. I would love to hear if you guys have tried this foundation. So I'll see you all in a few more hours the day before today. Hey loves, so it's a I find myself this happening quite a bit. It's a lot later than I expected. We are actually at a total of 9 hours, and this is where the foundation is. It's definitely wearing off around my nose. I'm so sorry for the kind of poor lighting. I'm exhausted. My daughter's in bed, and my cat's on my lap. So you're getting some realness right now. But this is where the foundation is. I think the rest of the face looks really good. It's just, you know, here, it's really worn off, started to coagulate around here. I haven't worn this foundation this long. So I think I got a good, I would say 7 to 7.5 hours of wear with this foundation. Yeah. I mean, but it still looks good. I mean, I would just need to touch this up a little bit, probably with just a little bit of powder, maybe like pressed powder foundation, I think would be a perfect touch up for this foundation. But overall, I'm super impressed. I really enjoy this foundation. The ingredients are not what we would call, I don't have a better way to say it, but clean. It has, you know, a couple different types of dimethicone, which I spoke about. But it's a really good foundation. It is a very well-made foundation for sure. And I look forward to wearing it more. All right, have a wonderful rest of the day. Let me know if you guys have ever heard of this foundation, if you guys have ever tried it. I know many of you probably haven't. Like I said, this is probably one of the first times I've ever heard of it, which was just a couple of weeks ago, maybe like 3 or maybe a month ago, actually. So yeah, so let me know what you think, and I will see you on the next one. Lots of love from me to you. Bye, loves.